GM, welcome everyone to this new competitive audit kick-off. This week we have Fjord, a really interesting project. And for those of you who doesn't know what Fjord is, please check the competition link I'm going to ping right now in the comments here. But basically, Fjord connects innovate projects and engage backers through community-focused platform offering a fair, transparent LBPs and token sale events. But that's what you can read from the description on the description of the contest. So for explaining what Fjord actually is, here we have Babash with us. Hello, Babash. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Babash is going to be explaining us how Fjord works, what Fjord is, and is going to be sharing his screen, actually showing us the code for the scope of this competitive audit. Remember, you can compete up to $20,000 on USDC in prices, and you have almost 7 days to participate on this competitive audit. I'm going to just share the documentation of Fjord also here on the comments. And let me put this on upstage. Okay, so Babash, the stage is yours. Can you tell us, please, what Fjord is?
Yep, sure. So, can I start presenting?
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect.
On the meantime, please remember, if you have any other questions, you can always ping us on Discord. And if you are watching this synchronously after this live, remember to check the audit contest page because you're going to have information about um, the details in terms of scope, project description, and of course how much time you have left. And it seems Babash has left the call, but I think it's because uh, it need like record permissions on his MacBook. I'm guessing. I think that your MacBook requested you permissions to share screen, right?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah, that's
apologies
what
for that.
I thought. Yeah, don't
Yeah.
worry.
So, yeah, I'll just, I'm just quickly sharing my screen and
Yeah,
I'll
let me know.
start
I'm going
on
to
the
Yeah, let me put that on stage actually. Now you can
perfect.
see, we can see. Okay,
Perfect.
perfect.
So yeah, this is the the audit page that you guys all already familiar with. This has all the information that is required. But first, I would like to go through what actually Fjord is. So we are a token sales platform. We have been doing helping out protocols and projects to release their tokens to various different kinds of token sales like liquidity bootstrapping pools and fixed price sales. I'll just quickly open the main page of our DApp and let you see that we have been doing quite a few LBPs and fixed price sales for quite a few months now. And I want to quickly explain to you, this is the detail page of a particular sale. I'm going into the details very quickly in this here because these things will tie into the actual staking and the point system that we have on our that we have for audit. So as you can see, this is the chain zoom LVP. They released almost 20 million tokens, raised more than 1.5 million dollars, and users were able to redeem their Zoom tokens after the sale ended, the pool ended. So this is the like an event that is the close event whenever an LBP ends. So these are the types of fees that we accrue whenever an LBP or a fixed price sale ends. I just want to give you context that we have fees not only in the native token that the project is raising their capital in. We also receive some project tokens, in this case chain zoom tokens, as fees, just a small percentage of those into our treasury. So this is just the basic background of what Fjord is, what we do, how we generate revenues and fees. Now, what I want to do is I want to start with the and again, yeah, just one more thing. We released our own token just a few months ago with the exact same process. We created an LBP, and users were able to participate in that LBP, and they received FGO tokens. So now, what we thought is that, okay, this is a great time for our users to, for us to share with our users the revenues or the fees or the rewards that we can share with them for uh, FGO that they have in their wallet. So we started with the staking contracts. This is a very classic vault style staking contract where users can come and stake their FGO tokens, and they will be receiving rewards in FGO. We have a few business logic requirements that we needed to fulfill in this classic world style. That were whenever the user comes and stakes, the amount is logged for 6 weeks. That is just a mechanism for us to make sure that pump and dump schemes or things like that don't happen. And then this doesn't mean that they will not receive rewards in this time period. They will keep accruing rewards no matter what the time period of the locking is. So 6 weeks they have to lock in, but they will still continue to accrue rewards. Then, as and when they have accumulated enough rewards, they can come and claim those rewards. There are two ways to claim. Either they can wait for 3 weeks and claim 100% of the rewards, or they can wait 3 weeks, or sorry, not claim immediately and forfeit 50% of the rewards and gain 50% of the rewards. The principal amount isn't affected. They can unstake the entire principal amount anytime after 6 weeks. But if they want to claim the rewards before 3 weeks, they will have to forfeit 50%, and those 50% go directly to back to the stakers that are currently staked in the staking contract. This is the brief, architecture of the staking contract. I would like to now go into a bit details of the staking contract that we have. Uh, uh,
Babash, sorry for interrupting
yes,
you. Can you please just make the code a little bit bigger for people to see it better on the live stream? So now that you open your code editor, please zoom in a little bit.
yeah. Is this good?
I think that's way better. Thank you very much.
Okay, perfect. So, yeah, as I mentioned, this is a classic, vault style staking mechanism with a bit of business logic features that we wanted to add. I would like to, you guys can go through these. Yeah, just one more tidbit that we follow a 1 week cycle. That is one epoch. We call it epoch in our staking terms. So one epoch is 7 days, and the rewards are distributed in this cycle. The rewards are claimed in this cycle. Staking, everything happens in the epoch by epoch basis. Um, Now I want to mainly, these are just helper methods for us for maintaining the staking contract. That two major things that I want to mention is that we have, when you guys go through the code, you'll see two types of staking and unstaking methods. One is stake, one is stake vested. Similarly for unstaking, unstake and unstake vested. So the reason behind this is that we have released not just normal FGO tokens. Users also have the normal FGO ERC simple tokens. But for some of our early investors or our previous users that were early enough for us to support, we have also uh, added in vested FGO tokens. So that means it's a vesting cycle, possibly 3 months, 6 months, based on the different role of that particular investor. So we have different cycles of those vested FGO tokens. We use Sablier. Sablier is our partner in for all our vesting needs. So you'll see Sablier all through our codes again and again, that we use Sablier for any vesting that we have to perform. Similarly, for our FGO as well, when we released, we use Sablier. And what Sablier does is they create an NFT that is called a Sablier stream for the user that will be receiving the vested tokens. So now the main thing is that we didn't want the user which has who has the vested FGO tokens to go again and again on Sablier, claim their FGO, normal ERC20, then come to our staking contracts and then stake. So that's a bit too much of a hassle for the user. So that's why we implemented stake vested, where the user can directly stake their vested FGO NFT that is of Sablier, that was released by Sablier, and we will do everything, like calculate all the things that are there to calculate and stake their amount that is in that particular NFT or Sablier stream. Same is with unstaking. Unstaking is they can either unstake normal FGO if they have staked, or if they have staked NFTs, they can unstake NFTs as well. These are just like basic calculations that you guys can go through. We have some helper methods here, like unstake all. If the user is staked for multiple epochs, they can come and just do unstake all, and they'll get all the rewards and the principal amounts at in just one transaction. This is for claiming the rewards, that whenever they accrue rewards, either they can create claim receipts for come after 3 weeks and then claim 100%, or immediately claim if they want to forfeit the 50% of the rewards. This is the complete claim for if they have a claim receipt. The main thing that I want to mention, this is the most important part of our staking contract, is that we have an automatic rollover cycle. So we don't rely on any external or community based invocation in the contract to distribute rewards or roll over the epoch. Whenever any action that happens in this staking contract, this modifier or this function is always checked whether an epoch can be rolled over or not. Then in this function we calculate all the rewards that should have been calculated and given to the user in the meantime when the rollover happens. So yeah, this is the basics of staking. Um, these are just helper methods, some hooks from Sablier, just that if the stream is cancelled or anything happens, then we do the necessary processes to unstake from our platform as well, if the user directly goes and unstakes on the Sablier platform. So yeah, this is staking. As I said, classic vault style, just with a bit of business logic requirements or additions that we have. Now, as you can say, you must have seen in the scope that apart from staking, we have this points and auction thing as well. So I'll explain to you first points, what is the point system, and then I'll explain what is the purpose of these points. So point system is a feature or a ERC20 token that we recently started developing. As I mentioned, in this transaction, whenever an auction or an LBP ends, the revenues or the fees that we generate are both in the token like WETH, USDC, USDT, whatever the uh, project is raising, and also in the project tokens that the protocol has, in this case, ChainZoom. So similarly, we keep on accruing all these project tokens in our treasury. Now we wanted to find a system in which for very few selected projects which are business and management teams find very legit and very rewarding for the our community. We wanted to distribute these project tokens to our community who have these FGO, who have in some manner to our community. The best way we could find was that whenever a user stakes FGO in our staking contracts, they don't have to do anything else. They will automatically be eligible for these points, and they will automatically be accruing these points as long as they are staked into the staking contract in the FGO token. We have a fixed points this controller cycle, that points rate, that every week we will have a fixed point number of points that we will distribute. It will obviously depend upon the number of staking total staked amount in our staking contract versus the points that we want to distribute. And it, as I mentioned, this will also follow the 7-day cycle. Now, after this, as and when the users are accruing points, what we will do is we will select a very few project tokens that we have opened, communication lines with, that we find would be very beneficial for our community. We will create auctions for those project tokens. So let's say, for example, taking an example of chain zoom. This is not definite, but I'm just taking a hypothetical example, that let's suppose we are taking a chain zoom project token for an auction. We'll auction out, let's say, whatever amount of chain zoom we got in fees, let's say 50K. We'll be releasing 50K chain zoom tokens through an auction. Users can come, they can bid their points, and at the end of the auction, they can come and collect their chain zoom tokens, as in based on the maths, that the total number of points that we received for that auction versus the amount of tokens, project tokens, that we have to disburse. I'll quickly come to the points contract. It's a very simple classic ERC20, very simple ERC20 contract with a few state variables or things that we want to check. So the two main methods here are on unstaked and on unstaked. If you guys didn't get a chance to look in here, whenever staking or unstaking happens in our staking contract, we call this an on unstaked or staked method in our points contract, right? So that we can maintain a live and actual state of the staking amounts of any user, right? So this is the staking amount that we have for every user that is staked in the in our FGO staking contract. So this is governed by these two methods, and as you can see, only staking contract will be able to call this, but these two particular methods. Distribute points. This is the distribution of the points. As I mentioned, this also follows a 1 week cycle. This is also automatic. There is no external invocation or stimuli required to distribute the points. Anyone can come and distribute the points. No points will be lost if, let's suppose, for a longer period of time, no one was able to call distribute points. But again, this will also be called on every function invocation in this points contract. Users will be accruing these points as and when epochs go by. Just last method, claim points. Users can come and claim their points whenever they seem fit. Just the last contract, the auction one. This is also pretty simple. It has, we have a few set of parameters that any auction starts with. Every auction will be a separate smart contract. So we will only accept Fjord points in this smart contract. We will release auction time. There will be a bidding time and the total tokens that will be released. So, and we will be very carefully selecting the auction token or the project tokens that we want to distribute. It has two very simple methods, bid and unbid. Anytime the auction is live, users can come and start bidding on the points. their points and unbidding anytime till the auction is live. When the auction is about to end or when it ends, we will calculate based on the points that we received and the project tokens that we have to disperse, what's the conversion rate. So let's say, for example, if we wanted to release 100 project tokens and we received 100 points, that means every point will receive one project token. This is a simple, auction mechanism, and then users can come and claim their tokens when the auction ends. This is a simple factory contract that we use for efficiently creating auctions. As I mentioned, we will be creating a new smart contract, auction contract for any auction that we do. So just a helper method or a helper contract for us to, create these auction contracts. So yeah, this is basically it. These are the the a brief introduction of the contracts, the contest details. The getting started page already has all the information regarding running the test cases. We have very comprehensive test cases like unit tests, invariant test, fuzzy test cases, integration test cases, all these kind of test cases. You guys can run that, deploy, play around with it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Happy hunting, guys.
Thank you very much, Babash. That was really insightful. Are you up to answering some questions?
Sure, sure.
Yeah, we have one question here about the points. It says, "What
Yeah.
is 1 point equal to?" When the people participate on the action, each point is equal to one token on the project protocol, or how you calculate the equivalence from points to actual tokens.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, this is an auction style mechanism. So the price of the project token is not determined beforehand. It depends upon the number of points that we receive. So let's say I'll take the same example as I took before. Let's suppose we are auctioning out 100 project tokens, and we receive 100 points, then the conversion rate would be one project token is equivalent of 1 points. But if we receive 1,000 points, then point one tokens will be equal to one token will be equal to 1 point. So this is the conversion auction mechanism. It doesn't let us determine the price beforehand because we feel that we aren't the best judges of the price. The community should be able to decide what the price they want for this particular project token.
That's really nice. So the price gets calculated automatically based on that, right? I have another
Yes,
question. When you showed us the first part of the diagram, telling us that the user can wait either 21 days and retrieve
yes,
everything on, or retrieve just the half of it, you have something called penalties. How those
yes.
penalties work?
Yes. So, penalties will, I'll mention this again, penalties will never ever be levied on the principal amount of the user. That's the FGO token that they stake. That will never be the case. Although it is logged for 6 weeks, but that's a different topic. Although the rewards that the user receive, either they can claim those rewards immediately. In that case, they will have to forfeit 50% of the rewards. That will be a penalty, and that penalty will go back again into the staking pool. It goes nowhere else. It goes back again into the staking pool for the rest of the stakers to accrue.
Okay, that's really nice. I have another question. On the contest page, you have something about weird ERC20s that are out of scope. And we have a question here. In the info about
Hmm.
out of scope tokens is a bit vague. Can you confirm that rebasing if OT ERC777 and any other ERC related to address zero transfers, zero amount transfers, phony approvals mechanisms are all out of scope? Or there is any, you know, weird ERC20 that is on the scope?
Yeah, so this question only, comes up in case of auctions, right? Like because in staking, we only accept FGO tokens. So that is, like normal, very legit ERC20. You guys can see it's currently live. That's a very normal, no rebasing, nothing fancy in that. Points, those are also our custom ERC20 tokens. No shenanigans there as well. Simple normal ERC20 tokens. So, but when we auction out project tokens, the project tokens might be, a different class of ERC20 tokens. That's why I mentioned we will be very carefully selecting these project tokens and opening the channel lines with the protocols so that we can, in our best possible way, maintain the ERC20 standard when we are auctioning out tokens, so that there is no business of rebasing tokens or any other kind of piece related to transferring of ERC20 token 20 tokens, nothing like that. We would want to have to release the project tokens from auction that are as simple as possible.
That's really nice explanation. Guys, we are actually running out of time. Just wanted to say thank you, Babash, for being with us today explaining what Fjord is. Please, Babash,
Sure.
don't forget to join our Discord server, especially because some of the diagrams you shared with us today, I would like to
Yeah.
also share them on Discord because I'm sure this is going to be
Yes.
really helpful for the auditors. And for those of
Yeah.
you watching this asynchronously, I think that Baba's presentation was really interesting and actually really insightful. But if you have any other question, please let us know on Discord, and our community manager is going to be happy to help you out. Remember, you have 7 days to participate on this contest, and you are competing up to $20,000 in prizes. Thank you again, Babash, for your time. Thank you again for explaining what Fjord is. And I
Yeah.
think that we can safely close this live. So, bye, everyone.
Thank you guys. Bye.